Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's another day of Sam and his pink bits. This is the video I get to show you the brand new livery for this season. And it's entirely different from the last one. We ditched the water entirely. Can't wait to show you. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Anyways, before we can do any of that though, Aero needs to go on. We got a few things to do so that they can do their job and do it well. For now, let's get on to it. ASAP. Something fairly important with all the new Aeros, making sure that we have really good fitting headlights. And these copped a fairly good beating at Okayama when my front spun around and lightly brushed against the wall. So we've got a brand new set of D-Max's S15 headlights, and these are really, really good. A super great affordable replacement for the OEM ones that discolor and all that type of stuff. Also, if you want to try and buy new Nissan ones, they're crazy expensive. So you can get a full set of these. I think I want to say they're roughly around like the 60 to 70,000 yen mark, which is crazy affordable considering you can't even get a single OEM one for that money. Anyways, that aside, they're really good fitting headlight, they're great, and we got a new set to go on the car. Look at this. Ooh. So good that companies are starting to remanufacture a lot of these parts, especially for drifters. Look at this beautiful headlight. Love it. Comes with the new bracket down here. I'm gonna keep this plastic on it for now. Look, all fresh paint here, fresh rubber. Oh man, I'm so excited. Having fresh looking headlights on a drift car is just something, it's like a pet peeve of mine when there's just like destroyed headlights on the car. Also, brand new these brackets that go here on your S15. Wait, hang on a moment. Is it this side? That side, there it is. How good is that? Fresh, brand new replacement brackets. These get mangled all the time in a little accident. If you bump the front end or anything like that, these get bent up. So being able to have brand new ones of these is a godsend. Thank you very much, D-Max, for supporting us this year. I'm super excited to have them on board for the FD program, which is also a very, very cool thing. Obviously, D-Max is a pretty big known brand in Japan. It feels good to have their logo going on the car. Anyway, that aside, let's get the headlights on. Look how fresh the headlights be looking now. Oh, I'm so stoked on that. What I'm even more stoked on is being able to hand me this stuff down. Let's go visit our friend, Daiki. How you doing, buddy? In the middle of putting your Aero on, sidestep on?
Yeah.
He's got his new Aero right now. But look at his current headlight and these ones. Big difference, right? This is gonna help him a lot. Look at this side, dude. Dude's been running with these for a while, man. Yeah, that's gonna transform the car entirely. So, I'll go give this to him. Omedetou!
Arigato!
Gomen ne, chotto used, okay?
No.
Little love, but still nice and shiny, so.
So nice.
Yes. Some nice D-Max ones for him as well.
It looks brand new.
This is kind of like the trend that's been happening. Everything that I use on my car that I like am changing out for this season, I've been like handing down to Daiki. But this is what drifting's all about, and I'm excited to see how you do this here, buddy. Go Slayer, right?
Mm.
And if you crash and everything, don't worry.
Okay.
It's okay.
Thank you.
Yay. FD car is now at the livery place and they're gonna need about 2 days to get it complete. So the next clip is gonna be us revealing it to you and I cannot wait. The new design and livery is just so perfect. It's everything that I ever wanted. So you're gonna have to wait a little bit for that because now's a perfect opportunity for me to do a merch plug. And right now we have a ton of shirts in stock. Check out the Matsuri one with all the homies there and us shredding at Nishi Short. We've got the Bogan 32. We'll be driving that next weekend, which I'm excited about. This thing is a ripper. There's so many really cool things in here, like, you know, references to Australia and stuff, which I love. We've got the Dirty Six shirt still in stock as well. This thing's awesome. It's still at LZ's compound and we'll be going back and shredding soon with the Bosozoku pipe. Thing's gonna be sick. And then this is probably one of my favorite designs is the Curse 200 SX shirt. Little Halloween-y. We may have missed the boat with that, but still, this car is epic. It's in Australia and we'll be driving that again soon as well. Also, it's warming up now. We're going into spring and soon summer, which means I have a ton of hoodies to get rid of. So we're gonna be doing 30% off store-wide on every single hoodie. So make sure you go to SAMMIT.net right now and place your order. Every single purchase that you make there, whether it's accessories, shirts, or hoodies, no matter what, goes into helping us do everything that we do, including driving at Formula Drift. So thank you so much for your support. Now, let's show you guys the car. We have just arrived at where my car is being wrapped with the brand new livery. I have not seen it yet. Obviously I've seen the proofs and stuff, but I haven't seen the physical car with the livery on yet. And it's through this door here, A3. It's kind of interesting. The guy has everything set up in this little warehouse. I don't think we can film anything inside of there, but I'm allowed to hold the camera on my face. So I'm gonna take this off Riley. I'm gonna stick my head in the door. We're gonna get to see the car for the first time. Oh my God. Sugoi. This looks freaking insane. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, I'm so glad we did that with the black. Here's the new car, guys, for this year, 2024. I'm super excited. We've gone with, I guess you could call it the fire theme, like the elemental kind of thing, but it's actually more than that. This is based off my favorite anime, Demon Slayer, at the moment. And this is not just the fire breathing style, this is the sun breathing style. You can really get a good understanding of it with this some pink flame in there, with the orange and the yellow, and also like how the flames are stroked. This is the #1 reason why I love Demon Slayer. Put the story aside. It comes down to the artwork. And I really, really like that. And I think it's unique. And it's something I want to see more, like this kind of livery design is something that I think drifting should always be about. And I think it just brings that flair and everything to the series. That aside though, let's go over and talk about some of the brands that are on here. There's some new companies that we're working with this year. And it's really, really cool. So actually, you know what? First of all, let's go to the number, because this is something that I'm really, really happy about. Every single person that grabbed one of the FD support packs, their name is inside this number. Obviously, the people that pick the different types of packs depends on the size of the text, but everyone is here, and I wanted to make sure it was blended into the livery, and that's why we put everyone inside of the number itself. So massive thank you to everyone that grabbed that for us. Definitely helped us out tremendously. That aside though, let's go and look at all of this. I'm gonna try and go through this as quickly as we can now. We've got a lot of companies and stickers to talk about, so try to keep up. If I'm talking too fast though, you can slow down the video with the YouTube player option. That aside though, let's jump straight into it. Starting here with D-Max. As you guys know, D-Max looked after our headlights this season. They are an amazing OEM replacement, super affordable. And if you wanna get them in your country out of Japan, you can buy them through somewhere like Jesse Streeter, Right Hand Drive Japan, or Nengun, any kind of company that ships Japanese parts overseas. Definitely get a set if you're looking for an awesome OEM replacement headlight that's not gonna break the bank. That aside though, BC Racing, the best coilovers, we have them on every single car, and I can't talk about how good they feel. My favorite's the DS series. In this particular car, I believe we are running the ER series, which is super crazy cool with all the different types of adjustment we get. But that aside, moving on to K&N, best air filters, you guys already know that. Enough said. PRP, Platinum Racing products, all the really cool little billet pieces and the coil kit and stuff. Moving on, Yokohama tires. They're a new sponsor that came on this year, obviously with Advan as well. Super stoked about that. TM Labo, my tuner, Tanaka-san. Yashio Factory. Do you really need me to explain that? I think you already know, but the best aero kit for an S15, hands down. And also, the widest. This thing literally goes to like 80 mil in the rear, which you won't find on any other kit. That aside, Garrett, best turbos in the business, B Forward, the best exporter out of Japan. I'm just gonna keep saying the best because the companies we work with are the best. HKS, Raw, yes. Obviously, we're running a HKS 3.4 liter this year, and this thing is crazy responsive. There's the Garrett Turbo, the G40 as well. Dude, I cannot get over how good this engine feels. Also, HKS does a ton of other stuff. If you look at the performance parts, they're a good company to maybe start with, modifying your Japanese car. That aside, moving over, we've got Duluck. Duluck made the billet covers that are on my engine. They also provided and helped out with a lot of the machining work we needed on the engine and a bunch of other little cool things like titanium bolts and the main billet caps. That was a big one with the brace plate. Moving on, R-Tech. Seriously, their exhaust manifolds outflow any other manifold. Every car that I've put their manifold on has changed dramatically with response. I can't talk about them enough. They are my favorite exhaust manifold, and I highly recommend you consider them if you're doing a turbo kit. Of course, we've got Link ECU here in the entire car, and every other one of my cars has one of their aftermarket ECU packages. Love their stuff. Dishworks, all the fueling in the car is pretty much supported by them, all the injectors, the fuel lines and all that type of stuff, the fuel pumps, everything. Dishworks is incredible. Moving on, obviously B Forward once again. Touching on B Forward, they are the best and the biggest car exporter out of Japan, and we've done videos with them before. You guys have seen just how many cars they move, like thousands and thousands. I think the last year was over 100,000 cars they moved, which is just nuts. Moving on, of course, we've got SAMMIT.net there. Go grab your merch. Starting at the bottom here now, Chase Base. They looked after us with our brake solution, which drastically changed the entire car feeling, and I'm so excited how good this thing feels now. Back to Yokohama again. You guys already know. Tomei, they helped us out tremendously as well. Bunch of little parts here and there. The head gasket, they machined the head and shaved it down a little bit extra for me for some extra comp. Ton of other stuff. They just always help us out whenever we need OEM parts and look after us here in Japan. BC Racing again, Garrett, Yashio Factory. Moving over to Bride, the best seats in the business. Just Engineering. Okay, I know I've been saying the best a lot, but the best angle kit. Seriously, I cannot tell you how much I love it because this doesn't feel like any of the other brands that I've driven. It doesn't have this weird kind of like feeling in the steering. It feels like a cut and shut knuckle, like a grassroots knuckle, like a burst knuckle or a Yashio Factory knuckle, but with more angle than Wisefab. That's the best way to describe it. It is the best feeling kit that gives you that kind of level of angle, and it's incredible. Not only do we have it in the front now, but we have their full rear grip kit in here with active toe. And what that's allowed us to do is set certain points on the knuckle where, depending on how much the car squats, it adds toe while we're driving, which gives you a ton of advantage and a ton of forward bite and grip, as well as being able to just control that whenever you want, depending on the track, is a huge advantage. Moving on to Ogura Clutch, Ogura Racing Clutches, or ORC. These guys really looked after us. Obviously, we had a little bit of issues on the dyno with our clutch. We weren't expecting to make that power and torque off the bat. They sorted us out with a brand new pressure plate and everything to make sure we were all good, and the car's fine now. So that's awesome, and I can't wait to go back to the dyno. Finally though, we need to talk about this guy, Nocturnal Design. Every single design on SAMMIT.net with our shirts and everything has been Ivan. Ivan literally puts up with me sending him messages in the randomest times in my ADHD brain going, bro, I just thought of the sickest design. Here's what I want it to look like with a scribble on a piece of paper, and he turns it into absolute art. He is incredible, and this livery nearly didn't even happen. Our old designer unfortunately had to go into hospital last minute, and the files and his progression, obviously he still was a fair way away from the deadline, and there was almost nothing there. From there, Ivan completely redid the livery from scratch, and it turned out insane. So I just want to give a special thank you to Ivan, and if you do want any design work, please hit him up, but also please don't everyone hit him up, because then he won't have time to do my stuff. So that's a conundrum. But anyways, Ivan's incredible, does amazing work, and that's it. Moving into the back of the car, it's the same guys all over again, but how cool does the black look? I think the two-tone this year really, really works well. The black with the pink. I don't think I'd change anything much about the livery, except just maybe making sure we cover certain places a little better. Obviously, as you guys know, we had this chassis repaired and we were not expecting to lose paint here. And I just told the guys to stick something there for now to cover that up until we have time to get it repainted. But otherwise, the livery's great. It turned out better than I expected. And the fact that Ivan whipped this up in a week is mind-blowing to me. And it looks incredible. It's exactly what I envisioned. And I think we hit the Demon Slayer vibe to a T. I'm stoked.
Hey.
You guys know how awkward it is, like doing this kind of YouTube stuff when your friends are watching? I am so stoked at how good this car looks. I kind of like that we kept the blue flame in there a little bit. It just looks amazing. And I saw it on the computer, and it's so different. It's so different when you see it in person in the flesh. Looks way better than what it did on the computer. It still looked great on the computer and I was stoked. But now seeing it in person, it looks incredible. Can't wait to see photos of this thing drifting. It's gonna look awesome with the smoke trail. Guys, let me know in the comment section, what do you think about this year's livery? I think it's awesome. I think it's very unique. I don't think I've seen anyone do something quite like this. I think it matches it very, very well. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. If you like this video, check out this one here, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.